Hello there, welcome to Penarth Archery Club's YouTube channel. I'm Jeremy, and this is another video to do with TPSS, 10-point shooting system, the method that we use to train our new archers and to help develop our existing archers. If you haven't already seen the video on TPSS, then perhaps pop over, have a look at that, see what it's about, and then check out our first video, which was entitled Vertical. This video is the second in the series, and as you'll see, this one is called Feet. So we've got our new archer onto the line with their equipment, keeping the bow vertical, not hitting anybody. What we want to do now is build the basis of their stance, ready to actually shoot arrows. Since we're doing target archery, we have a standard shooting line, and our instructions are to place one foot either side of the shooting line so that you're actually at right angles to the target. When it comes to placement of the feet, we would suggest shoulders width apart, in line with the actual target. We don't want them too wide, don't want them too narrow. That's about the best way to start. New archers are thrown quite often in trying to align themselves. They stand on the shooting line, looking down the shooting line, whereas the target is actually off to their left. And because of this, they tend to turn their body to look at the target, which is the last thing that we need. So the first reminder here is feet is to ensure that your knees, your hips and shoulders stay in line with your feet once you're on the shooting line. If they're unsure of how to align themselves and where the target is, then one of the things that we suggest is before they go on the shooting line, they put down a form of footmarks. If we're indoors, it's often some tape that we'll put onto the sports hall floor. If it's outdoors, we'll actually perhaps use some target pins into the grass. This means that every time they go on the shooting line to shoot, they're in the same position in exact alignment. As beginners, we suggest that they have their toes in line parallel to the target that they're aiming at. However, it may well be at a later stage, depending on their actual shooting style, that they may develop what's known as an open stance, which actually means that we move the front foot backwards slightly so that their body turns a bit more to the actual target face. Often this is done to enable them to have good clearance of the string when they draw the bow, and is purely dependent on the individual archer. Another consideration to take into account is how they actually balance on their feet. Are they leaning forward onto the balls of their feet, onto their toes? Are they leaning back onto their heels? So this is another thing to look out for. So when we're talking about feet, it's the basis of our stance, but you have to remember that you've got the rest of the body above your feet, and that needs to be aligned correctly as well. So that was the second stage of the TPSS 10-point shooting system that we're using. And now we'll move on to the third in the sequence of actions that we want, and that will be called load. If you've enjoyed the video, like the video, then please, it'd be great if you could click on the like button, and again, if needs be, if you want to, subscribe to the channel as well, and we'll see you again for the next video, number 3.